Welcome to my podcast, Talk About Everything and All About None. This is Stanley Look At. Good evening, everyone. I'm talking about some things that went on through the week. I'm going to talk about how my weekend is going, talk about basic things. And as usual, I always have a good topic that I think that's good to me, but also may be good to you. So this weekend, I'm talking about sisters. I'm talking about siblings in general. Siblings. And I'm like, at what point in your siblings that you should cut a sibling off? And even not cut them off, just like don't give them any power over the relationship. Because siblings have a relationship. They either have a close relationship or they're not close, or one sibling is closer than the next sibling, or if you're an only child, you may not have this, but you might have the same relationship with your parents, or with your mother or your father, or you might have a first cousin that you're a close sibling with, but you're still a sibling. Me and my siblings are close when we want to be, and at odds or ends when we need to be. And I know people like, what does that mean? That means that we had a hierarchy when it came to siblings. Like, I have an older and a younger sister. And literally it was like, anything my older sister did, we had to either go with it or that was it. As children, I understood that. Because my mother was talking about it the other day. She said, remember when you was climbing the tree? I said, which one? He's like, when you was a little girl and you was climbing a tree in the front yard. And your sister convinced you to jump out of it. I said, well, she didn't actually convince me. She just told me to jump, and I jumped. And that's because she was my sister. And in my mind, she was doing what was right for me. That is not always true with siblings. Because just because they make them the oldest or older or smartest does not mean they have your life. How would I like to phrase it? Doesn't mean they have your best interest, I should say. That's what I should say. They doesn't always have your best interest. And with that, and as you get older and you start having your own life and personalities and relationships and stuff like that, I mean, unless you just close, you will always want to have your sister. And I'm that type of person. I always want to have my siblings in my life. I always want my sisters to be close with me. But at what point in my life that we're not going to be that close? We're not going to be that close. We're not going to be friends. We're not going to shop and go places and do things. You're not going to treat my grandkids like I treat your grandkids. You're not going to treat my kids like I treat your kids. At what point does that come about? And is that a repairable point? I would like to know. All who know me, please hit me up on my Facebook page, hit me up on my Instagram, because I'm curious. I'm curious. Should I just, you know what? It's not worth repairing, because it's something small. In my mind, it's something small. I can't hold grudges. I've never been able. Like I tell people, people ask me how was my childhood. It was great. Now, that does not mean I didn't have some horrible things happen. I did. But in the whole scheme of things, I had a pretty great childhood. I grew up in the country, on the back hills. I grew up not on a farm per se, but farm-like situation. I grew up knowing what a slaughterhouse is, even though now that I'm a grown woman, I work for one. I work for a slaughterhouse. I know what it is not to have. I know what it is to have an outhouse and not an indoor bathroom. I know what it is to go all summer long. All you got is that one window fan. I know what it is to have no heat in your house, up that wood heater that people put in their house that you had to cut wood for and put heat in. That's what I knew. I knew what it was. They call it a ramshack house, where there was no doors. The rooms was all on one side, and you could walk through every room to get to another room. And I also knew that the kitchen was the heart of the house. And I knew that my grandmother, Miss Leslie, loved us. She still loved all of us. And we all wanted her to be the matriarch, that we just want to love her, fall at her feet. What she says, we want it goes, period. And now that she's older, And it's like we still competing for her love, but we don't have to because she loves us regardless. But it also feels like sometimes our families fall apart, and that's true for everybody. Things just fall apart, and but it's not always worth to put it back together. I was listening to I want to say Tyler Perry, and in that, and with that he was like the statement he said hit me hard. He said sometimes God tears things apart because they need to be. And I'm a firm believer. Let God do His job. Don't do it for Him. Because if you do it for Him, He'll let you do it, and He'll let you tear it all up. He'll let you do what you want to do. If you know better, then you know better. You can't tell grown people nothing. I love to say that all the time. You can't tell grown people nothing. Well, I know how to be a child at someone's feet. I'm telling you. I know how to ask for help when I didn't know how to. I know how to cry out, and I know how to find that real friend. And I just do. It took me a while. It took me a minute to say, hey, I need some help. Or, hey, I can't do it by myself. Hey, I don't want to suffer anymore. What do I need to do? And with that, like I said, I go to therapy. I talk to a therapist. I don't go at this one. Nobody don't go anywhere. Yeah. I mean, we at the end of the coronavirus crisis, but people still don't go anywhere. We don't. I talk to my therapist, especially when I really need to talk to her. Like Friday, I was just so freaking angry, and it's like all I want to do is get in my car and just confront somebody. Like, look, I don't know who you think it is. You don't know me. You only knew the me that you grew up with. You don't know the true me now. You don't know this person now. You don't know what caused me to snap. But then I realized, first of all, gas shortage is real. Ain't that many pumps in Lumberton in the gas. And our right way to confront somebody and burn up my gas gonna make me extra mad. So you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm not gonna be mad about it. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna go on and just leave it alone. So I talked to my youngest sister, and she was like, "Please don't even waste your time for what? It's not gonna change anything. It's gonna still be the same, and you're still gonna be upset and sad about it." And I said, that's the part that really hurts me, that I may end up being sad about it. I don't want to be sad about, feel like I'm cutting someone off, and I'm really not. It's just that I'm just letting stuff go. And it's okay to let stuff go. It's okay to let stuff go. It's like your house. You got to clean your house out every now and then. Well, sometimes you need to clean your spirit out every now and then, too. I'm trying to clean up some of this cussing I got going, because I tell everybody I cuss like a sailor. I told my mom, don't listen to my podcast because I cuss like a sailor. She like, I ain't listen to it, but I finally got it. That's how she talk, y'all. She talk like she a 90-year-old lady, and my mom is 68 and look gorgeous. I can't figure this out. That black magic is real. So, I understand that. So, and I've talked to my beautiful niece tonight. She came to visit. Today, I'm sorry. She came to visit me, and I was supposed to put her on my podcast, but we got to talking, and my son came over, Antonio, and she had brought her friend Martha. And nice to meet both of y'all. Nice to meet you, Martha. And I was like, oh, new fam members in our family, so I enjoyed that. And then I hung out with, I didn't really hung out. We did a team meeting today with Mickey and Peanut, Antonio. And I felt like French toast, buttery, eggy, powdered sugar French toast, and with eggs. It was delicious. I had sausages because I'm not a vegan or a vegetarian. I eat meat. Peanut is a vegetarian because he don't eat nothing with a face, but he will eat some cheese and eggs. So me and Mickey gonna eat. We're gonna eat this real food. We ain't even mad about it. So we did that. So now I'm doing something I've never done before, because people have seen my pictures on Facebook and stuff like that. But so we're gonna just. So I had some people ask me to see me inside this is my home studio that I made for myself. So I ain't even mad. I spend the money as things go in. I put it back in, and I'm trying to go mobilization so I can make money. Yeah. So, because I love this. I love this, folks. I really love doing this. It's every time I sit down, I want to talk. Want you to talk to me, hit me up. It just makes me feel good. I enjoy this most of all. And I just had a epiphany that I want to make this my career right here. Like when I ever leave my little slaughterhouse job in 7 years, I keep saying it, I want this to be my career. To just be doing what I love. Talking. Oh, and of course, I love to cook, so I might, I might summon in somebody's kitchen, being somebody's sous chef. Peter looking at me like, period. So, we got good things going on. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my show. Like I was talking about, I talked to my cousin Delta, and she's supposed to be my guest tomorrow. And we're gonna talk to her, and she's gonna tell us a little bit about her being a motherhood, about motherhood for her and her husband, and her kids, and her life, and how she is a real live, take no shit, even if she can't win the fight, kind of girl. That's just it with her. You think, and if you think you won, she always got to come back for you. She got to come back, and she got to come back home, girl, with her. So that's one of the things I can't wait for tomorrow. Peanut, what you been watching on TV? Oh, Peanut got us a new TV show that is hilarious, and we've been watching that. We watched that today. It's a comedy BL show, so I have never seen it. I laughed about it. I couldn't figure it out. So he making love signals at me, y'all. So obviously I must got plenty of time to talk. And it's supposed to be a short episode, so because he's supposed to be breaking out on me. See, that's that PA that y'all want me to love, and I can't love because of things like that. So I just want to these are just updates for me. It's about my life, and tomorrow it's going to be our show. So, but I felt like I wanted to do an update, and I'm gonna start doing updates so people will know what's going to be on the show. My show's usually on Sunday evenings, and I try to post them on Mondays. I have another update on Wednesdays, and I do another update on Saturdays, because I'm trying to get this out here, folks. And the people who give me likes and download me and screen me, I'm so grateful. I'm so appreciative to it. And like I said, everything I put back into this, I enjoy more than people want to. You just can't believe it. I wish you could see how I feel. And we're gonna see a little bit, because again we did a mini photo shoot. We did a mini photo shoot tonight in a small video, so people can see me. Want to see what I look like in my mini studio. Oh, and I know what else happened that I meant to bring up. Like I said, sometimes my thought pattern get random. My friend Maura Dow, who's one of the supervisors on second shift at our slaughterhouse job, was telling me about her girlfriend, and she said I'm supposed to be getting married, and I was touched, and I said, "Oh, congratulations." Well, the other supervisor on the other side, her name is Jennifer. Jennifer said, "Dana, I heard you have a podcast, and not only do you have a podcast, but they was talking about it in the meeting today." I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yes, they were talking about your podcast." And Maura was like, "You have a podcast?" My girlfriend and her friend want to start a podcast, and I was telling them, go for it. I said, even if you don't get anybody to listen to you, if you get it out there, somebody want to hear it. Somebody going to enjoy your thought process. There's somebody like somebody no matter what. There is billions of people on the earth, and there are hundreds of people that take their time out their day just to listen and see what you got to say. I'll tell people now, advice is like assholes. Everybody got one. But try to make it positive. Always make it positive. Don't make it no foolery. Don't make it silly. Unless people like silly. Somebody likes silly. I don't know. I like that.